Hello and welcome to the Meet the Players stream for Tagu-Taguan. I'm here with where did Vin's face go?
Vin disappeared.
What? It's probably when I DC'd earlier.
Oh,
Sorry,
He
I'm back. I'm back.
disconnected.
Oh no worry, it's where did Vin go? Hello, hi, hello Zen, hello everybody in chat. This is just stream to get to know the people that are going to be playing for the Onyx path. Thank you for the hydrate. I got my hydrate. Uh, yeah, so I'll let you guys know what Tagu-Taguan is, what's Mage the Ascension even, and these lovely people. But just get water first. Ooh, hi to yourself. So, of course, it's nice that we're doing this, especially on EDSA Day. EDSA Day being the People Power Revolution feels timely, especially since the backdrop is um, the 2016 elections. That's great, but that's just the backdrop. But we're here to focus on. Oh, thank you, Wonderless. Thank you for as a follow. It's okay. I had a lot of friends follow back, and it's really cool. So yeah. For now, we're just talking about the people behind the characters you guys will be seeing soon. We'll be doing some character reveals, and getting to know the people behind them and the story that they're gonna explore. So yeah. Let's start first with a brief discussion on what tago-tagoan is. Tago-tagoan is a Filipino word for hide and seek. Though it's repetitive, if you're actually gonna get it by actual context, it's like hide. Because like tago-tago. It's fun. So the context for this one is it's actually a spin-off series from an original campaign I did for more than a year. I've been uh, playing a lot of Mage. Shout out to Jay, Jay Anyong. The He got me into Mage, and I really love the politics, the exploration of hubris, pride, and I'm glad I got these lovely people to explore the system and the storyline with me. The spin off series um, actually takes place within the storyline when there were a lot of people that got awakened. More mage, enjoy the ride. Yes, yo, Jay's here. Hi, that's my first mage GM, guys. Pointy Man 2000, OG. He's the one who gave me the cult book. Well, the cult book of mage. So hi Jay. Hello. um, oh my God, yay, people are here. So yeah. So I'm usually much more calmer than this. It's like parts excitement, parts scared. How about you guys? How are you guys feeling?
I'm doing
I'm doing
well.
well.
I'm
I'm vibing.
vibing.
Oh no, someone's.
Feels nice
Feels
to
nice
be
to
in this side of the wall.
Yep, and that it is.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think
Getting
some.
rid of the eternal DM syndrome.
Yay! When it's nice when GMs get to be players too, and they've made really interesting characters. Sweats, like, huh. But there's gonna be a lot more exploration for the storyline I have from the main one. Quick brief, by the way, I'm using Mage the Ascension 20th anniversary. If you guys haven't checked out, they had a sale in Drive Thru RPG where it's 90% off. It's basically $3 and it's 600 pages. It's really cool. If you guys want to get into it, you guys can check out the sale on Drive Thru RPG. The Generally, Mage the Ascension is under storytelling system. It combines it uses the concept of spheres, arcana, and general paradigms, aka belief systems, for you to cast things. You believe it, you will it so. So that's basically, you have the power. Anybody from different walks of life can have that power set. So really cool. Um, let's get to real quick before I babble on about. I'm never gonna shut up if it's gonna be it's just gonna be about my campaign. So let's go real quick to get to know the players. That is what the stream's for. So let's start first with uh, the youngest. Who's the youngest in the group?
Red.
Red?
I think that's me. I'm a baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you're the youngest. Okay, cool.
I'm a child.
Okay, so let's
Does
get.
it look like it? It
uh,
doesn't. I'm too stressed.
yeah. I mean, you look youthful. Youthful.
I heard useful and I was like, oh, that's all I needed
I
to
thought
hear.
you said useful too.
No,
I like being
youthful.
useful. My spirit madrigal is Luisa, so that's exactly it. You got it right. But hello, I am Redonkulous. You can call me Red. I am a variety streamer. I love Dungeons and Dragons, tabletop role playing games. I also love singing and voice acting, and I'm a game developer in the day, and I love to play games at night. Yeah.
Nice.
Should I
Yeah.
introduce my character or later?
Later. Well, for now, we're going through player questions first. You mentioned you were playing some Dungeons and Dragons and all the TTRPGs. How long have you been playing and running? You said you were a forever GM. So how
I
long?
used to be a forever GM, to be honest, but I recently started like I started playing D&D around like 5 years ago, 5 6 years ago, during my college years, and I basically stole a group of my friends and were like, "Hi, it's been a while. We haven't talked since high school. Come over to my house. I have pizza." And when they got there, I didn't get pizza. They got dice, and I checked them into playing D&D for the first time ever. And I GM'd for them for a few years until we all graduated college and started working at my company. And since then, I haven't been forever GM anymore because I have a bunch of DMs in the group that we're in. That Ishi is actually also a player in one of my games and
Yeah.
we and I have a bunch of wonderful DMs that I love to play under. So technically, not a forever GM anymore, but I still GM a lot. Yeah. So yeah, 5 years.
5 years. That's really good. And congrats on. Yeah, it's really fun to play with friends. That's always a plus, especially in this time when everything's
Mhm.
online scene. Some people would prefer the physical scene. So um, the you mentioned some systems played. I'd love to know about your first impressions. Like I'm assuming this is your first time playing Mage: The Ascension, 20th
Mhm.
the 20th edition, 20th anniversary edition. I'd like to know your first impressions of the system, especially like when we went through character creation
Uh
and
huh.
we went through the material together. Well, more like here's a 600 pager. I tried my best not to overwhelm too much, but I'd love to know your first impressions, especially there's kind of like a I wouldn't say stigma, but like an initial impression for me is just that it's not easy to get into. So I'd love to know your first impressions, thoughts on the
Mhm.
system.
Yeah. For Mage, I've heard a lot of great things about Onyx Path anyway. Haha, hi Onyx Path. And I've heard a lot about Vampire the Masquerade. Mage I've also heard about, but I haven't actually played anything from them yet. And I also heard that it was a very, very complex game, at least compared to 5th edition. Or rather, it has a lot of choices that you can choose from rather than as compared to a simpler system like D&D 5e. But to me, I really enjoyed it. I love being able to customize my character and really make them come to life to a vision that I wanted to make happen. And I love the magic system. That's really the first thing I look at in any system. If there's a magic, I'm really just like gung ho into there. Can I multi-class? Can I merge abilities together? And I love being able to do that. And yeah, May this 20th year of Mage, right? That's
Yeah,
the
it's
version that we're
20
playing.
years. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this 20th year version of Mage is really really interesting. It did feel a bit overwhelming at first with the 600 pages, but thankfully Denma was gracious and wonderful, and managed to guide us through everything there. And I think, at least in my end, I can't speak for everybody, but I think we all share the sentiment. In any case, we love the characters that we've been able to make, and yeah, we'll talk about that more when we get to our characters.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely let's go to the next young person. Thank you, Red. Like no, the next youngest person. Wait, Nick next to the youngest, then not youngest. Who's next for that one? But thank you for sharing your
I think it might be
thoughts.
Ishi.
Ishi, hello, Ishi. Hi.
I guess we're outing our ages. I'm kidding.
We're no outing. We're just saying youngest to oldest. You know.
We can
Okay,
say
okay.
at heart. We can say at heart. So we're
At
not.
heart.
Youngest at heart. All right, all right, all right.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Ishi Tanuki. I am a VTuber, and what else can I?
Yeah. How long have you been playing TTRPGs?
Oh yeah, I started my TTRPG with Dungeons and Dragon. I think I've been playing since 2017. I could never exactly confirm because brain. But yeah, and it's been so far ever since. So fun ever since.
Nice, nice. You've played a lot. I'm not. Have you GM before or like? Because like I'm assuming that everyone's a GM here, because of Vin, Josh, and Red. Have you GM for friends
I
or for group?
have GM'd a little bit. I've GM for my siblings, and then I GM for stream for a bit, for a little bit. But I did find out that I prefer being a player and
Yeah.
giving my GMs headaches.
Yeah.
So I stuck over here.
Yeah, so being a player is totally fine. It's actually a lot fun. Being a player, it's different paths, so to speak. And
Yeah.
I'd love to know your thoughts about Mage. Like first impressions. When especially when we're going through character creation and stuff. Yeah.
It seems like a very fun system. It seems like a very interesting and fun system. I love the idea of being a basically an anomaly inside walking around the streets of Manila or like wherever in Philippines. I love that we could incorporate like our the things that we grew up with into the game and the story. How I felt like with my character, I I started writing about her friends, and then I started like going down the rabbit hole of like writing about them because I could definitely imagine my college friends in those friends, and like you know, it's you could get lost in it.
Yeah, it's very immersive and it's a game that's very known for creating like a simulated world of the main world. So it's kind of like, oh, it's too real. It's too real. Like,
It is. It's
oh shit, it's so
surreal.
real. So yeah, I really appreciate you creating that character as well. I'm looking forward to introducing your characters in a bit. But next we will go to Vin because I think I'm sorry for assuming Josh is the oldest. It's like I'm sorry. And there's a true thing. And we're like, for young, we're all young at heart, of course, but for technically it's a counterclockwise. So let's do introductions next. Thank you, Ishi, for that.
Yee.
Vin, let's go.
Yes. So hi, my name is Vin, as y'all already know. I do stuff and things on the internet. I am your like one-stop shop for basically so much. I'm a what's it called? What's that phrase? I do a lot of stuff on the internet. Let's leave it at that. I am also one half of the Messenger project when it comes to the project leads, along with Josh, who you guys will meet in a bit. Um, but yeah, if you guys don't know if it is okay if I do a slight plug.
Yeah, go ahead. Let them know
Okay.
about your awesome TTRPG. Let the world know. Let's go.
um But yeah, so I'll make it really quick. But yeah, it's a tabletop RPG that's made for streaming, made by streamers, and so it kind of gives me, I guess for me, it gives me a kind of a different perspective nowadays for tabletop RPGs in general. But I've been in the world of tabletop RPGs for, I would like to say, almost 10 years? Question mark. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. It's like ever since I finished college, or even before college. So it's been a long while. Um, it's been quite the journey. It's going from forever GM, being sad about being a forever GM, realizing that I really love being a GM, and now diving into designing tabletop RPGs in general. It's yeah.
Yeah,
So
going
coming
through
into
the cycle.
Mage,
Yeah.
yeah. So coming into Mage, brand new eyes, you could say. It's very interesting. Looking forward to see how the game flow goes, but the character creation was definitely uh filled with choice.
Yeah.
Definitely filled with choices. I don't know if now's the best time to talk about how the character creation came to be, but yeah, let's just say it worked well, character creation wise. I think it just 600 pages is a lot.
And lots of lore. But I do like the fact that the game provides as many choices as possible for you to get. Especially they're very particular about beliefs,
Mm,
how your character goes about things when going through, doing things out of sheer force of will, like you really want it to happen. So choices is definitely a big thing. Oh, thank you for dropping in more. Thank you, thank you. Um, so yeah, thank you for those inputs. And don't worry, Josh, I'm the oldest. I will out myself right now. I'm gonna be 30 this year, so it's fine. Cause and just to bring everybody down, it's just gonna be like the 90s was 30 years ago, guys. Just let it sink in. That's 30 years ago. So I'm 30, so it's fine. I don't think you're the oldest. Still the oldest.
I don't know what to say. I'm only about 30 years older than Vin. Like it's not that far.
get out of here. Get
Oh
out of
my
here.
god.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I've been playing TTRPGs for about 5.5 years, I would say. Started off with 5e. I didn't know anyone, so I GM'd first. I used my siblings as playtest material and learning material. Very fun. Uh, about 2 years ago, I decided that I would like to stream it, and that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to explore like using the cultures that I've been exposed to, like Singapore and Philippines, in my games in my fantasy worlds. That's why I have like aswang inside my games, among other fantasy creatures, and like other, I would say, Southeast Asian accents that I can actually do, that I do on a regular basis, like at home and among my friends. And I'm also the other half of the Messenger project, aka Filled by Hope system. I've been having a lot of fun doing a lot of game design stuff. It's technically speaking not the first game I've made, but I guess this is the first game I made that didn't have a grade attached to it.
Ooh. Okay. I do like how, like, if you guys haven't checked out, especially on Twitter, they're very updated on what's happening with the Messenger project. Please do check out their content. It's really. I wish I could like get into it. I have a backlog of too many TTRPGs, and one of them is Messenger. I'm like, ah. So do check it out. I think it's a really good thing that Vin and Josh is. What is it safe to say, love child, or at least they're
Yes.
Oh, you
they're
know it is.
It's very
You know it
more
is.
than safe to say that.
like it's their baby. So please do check it out if you're a streamer and you want to try to incorporate TTRPGs, because even myself, it is hard to sometimes present certain systems on stream, because they're kind of like there's a lot of nuances and things that you can't easily put out there. Um, that easily. But yeah, I mean, it's not discouraged. But if you definitely want a more like streamer centric system, Messenger, check them out. But yeah, so I'll be asking more questions for the players. Feel free to interject. So this is like a group talk. This is a group recitation. So like now we got to know a bit of the players. I just have a few more questions just to pick into your brains, especially I do appreciate, by the way, Vin, because when I told Vin about this, it's like, hey, let's help me get the gang together, and we did do a session 0 before the actual stream, and I did tell them about the themes and stuff. Definitely, I'm not gonna hide the fact that this game uses real life, you know, local scenes, like the 2016, um, the aftermath of the 2016 elections, the political climate in the Philippines during that situation, because the game actually encourages a lot of real world scenarios to incorporate, like even if you guys checked out Lore of Traditions, they use a lot of historical and cultural events to kind of tie in certain characters. Like, example, I think it was Verbena, or one of the groups that's slipping my. No, I think it was Yusnape, one of the traditions. It was actually one of the Native American Indians who were fighting against the very iconic scene, uh, against like the corporate pipeline that was happening. They actually use that in the lore traditions. They actually use a lot of real world situations and actual cultural significances to tell the story of Mage and explore, uh, you know, basically hubris, pride, doing things because we believe it's so. There's a lot of that. So feel free to butt in at any time, share, bounce off ideas with each other. Thank you again for the follow. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, Petty Chaos. I don't know how to pronounce that properly. But yeah. First question is, how do you guys generally feel about TTRPGs using the local scene as a backdrop for games? You know, generally, what are your takes on it? Hot takes. Feel free to bounce it.
Oh, I definitely said my take a while ago. I freaking enjoy it. I am going to relish it, and it's going to be awesome. Just imagine, like in my head, you know how like you imagine what's happening in the TTRPG when you guys like are like role playing it. It's going to be even more vivid because I've been there. You know, like we've stood in those places.
Hmm.
Uh,
And
yeah, go ahead.
it's especially interesting because this gives us putting us in this sort of climate, in this environment, gives us a chance to do what, well, probably we weren't, or a lot of people weren't able to do. Can we describe? Can we say what environment the game is set in, or is that going to be revealed
Yeah,
in the
no,
game
no, you
itself?
can go ahead and talk about it. That's fine.
But yeah, it's like from what Denma told us, we're gonna be set 2016, the year where current president was
Elected.
elected into office, and I mean we all probably have our own beliefs and like feelings about what happened there, but this gives us a chance to relive that as a character who can make more significant change than probably we could have at the time, because well we have magic to do shit with. Not saying that we're probably going to be affecting directly
it's
that.
roleplay.
It's
We're
roleplay.
safe behind the veils of RP.
No, yeah, exactly. But we get to, yeah, we get to work some stuff out that probably we put into our characters then, and we weren't. I mean, that's not easily done in the real world usually. So we have a safe space to do that, and that's really interesting to
I
do.
want to say something, but I might get Denma banned, so I'm keeping quiet.
No, no, no.
It
Wait.
Don't do that.
includes Malacanang and an action.
No, no, definitely. Like while that is happening, it's like focusing the stories on day-to-day people as things are happening in the background. It's like, I mean, unless somebody's going full activist, and that's when you guys see it. But um, definitely, we're putting acknowledgement that it is there, it exists, and um, the game actually encourages how you maneuver through the politics, the conflicts, the social economic classes. Like somebody here is, I'm not gonna name drop who, some kind of some kind of millionaire, getting a lot of money, and somebody is just working day to day in a salary. So it's like people from different walks of life, and um, just imagine those different people in that same timeline going through their own stories while that's happening. So it's really I don't think, at least, that politics should be removed completely from games. I think that's something that should be there. I mean, as much as we want to use the games to escape the real world stuff, it's also fun to explore it and do a lot of what ifs, you know. Uh, so yeah, what about you guys, Vin and Josh? Like being GM specifically, usually we're kind of used to using like fantasy situations. I know that Josh has used Singapore at least, but there's always that incorporation of like it's always fantasy element. When it comes to like real world politics and stuff like that, is that something you're encouraged to doing in your games, or uh, kind of no? It's kind of like a it depends situation, like picking the brains of the GMs or ever GMs.
To hit
Talking
it
about.
first, Vin.
God damn it.
Damn it. I so my reasoning, like I personally avoid using politics in my games, not because I don't like it or I don't find it interesting, but to me it's very complicated, right? Often it's not as straightforward as people especially in real life, like to make it out to be. There's a lot of complexity, there's a lot of small details that are interwoven with each other, and for me to keep track of that in my head, uh it's so painful, like when I try to do when I try to make very political situations. And sometimes not sometimes, a lot of the players that I do play with, like when we do session zero, one of the things they're like I'm not really into politics, so I never had like player motivation to explore political scenarios as well. That being said, when I world build, of course, like I have my own little politics. Like I can enjoy the story on my own when I'm world building it, since the players don't explicitly want to have politics so far, at least. And yeah, I feel like it's important to create depth in the world, even though I don't formally have it in game per se.
Yeah, that's very good. Thank you for that, Josh. What about you, Vin?
I think in my case, I come from a more, not unique, but like different background. Um, I grew up traveling around the world, and a lot of my expressions when it comes to anything I do that's creative, kind of follows that kind of culture. And it is very difficult for me to speak of or to curate things of things that I do not know of. I do respect those that are able to do it because obviously that's something they're familiar with. But when it comes to myself, I do tend to do my best to stick to what I'm familiar with. So a lot of the like political nature of things, it doesn't really take presence in my games, um, because I come from a background where I was always on the move, and a lot of the political stuff that I'm used to in my sense of quote unquote surviving is in a different definition from what maybe someone who's lived in a war torn country, for instance, right? Mine's more along the lines of like, will my family be able to work here, kind of vibes, or more maybe like it's very nuanced, you could say, I guess. Um, but for the most part, I haven't really had the opportunity to have like more political games, as most of my games are very character centric, and most of the players I've had don't really jump into politics. Is it? If it, I don't know if it's a more of an escapism kind of vibe or it's just a preference. I don't know, but at the end of the day, my games, I cater my games to my players. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on it, I guess.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I do agree. There's a lot of nuances uh, when it comes to the conversation about uh, like the cultures and stuff like that. And I'm glad games like Mage, they try to get as many coverage as possible, different cultures. If the main book actually tries to cover as many cultures in the world, so, and the politics, the interpolitics of trying to keep to their beliefs and the various belief systems. So it is interesting that there's a game that actually covers it. Yeah, thank you guys for your thoughts for that. Especially for the GMs, it's always nice to hear from you guys. Now we've been talking a lot about the players, getting to know them, their first impressions. Uh, I guess the last question I didn't get to ask. Uh, we're playing this game, Tagu-Taguan. I've given you guys kind of like a general gist. I'm not like I'm sorry this because of certain character directions. Definitely, this group is gonna go through a very intense part of that story. I'd love to know what are your expectations for this game. What are you expecting when you guys go through this story and um, you know expectations. Feel free to throw in your things in the pile while I get water. Thank you, Andrew.
Expectations, y'all.
I expect joy, sadness, twists, drama,
It's
heartbreak.
drama.
I
Plural deaths. Plural.
That's
death. Yes. I'm fully expecting that I get to live out a fantasy other person that I was supposed to be. That's really what I want this
What?
character to be.
alternate universe.
Alternate universe, Red was probably gonna end up as my character, not gonna lie. Just a little bit more chaotic evil.
Concerned, especially knowing your character. Concerned.
Oh, I'm a nice guy.
Every Disney villain ever.
That's what he wants y'all to believe.
Yes. What same water
Not
contain?
evil. I'm misguided.
I'm just misguided. Does anybody want to get married immediately after one song? I'm Hans.
Red's a
Yes.
real life real life Disney villain. Jesus.
I swear. My character's not a villain in his
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, he's doing the right thing.
Okay, Hans.
Hans know he was the villain. Hans know he was
Hans
doing the
knew.
bad thing.
Hans, you
He
knew.
knew.
Yeah.
You fucking knew.
Yeah. So
He was
Okay,
intentionally a
Buzz
villain.
Lightyear.
He's what? Wait, what do you mean? I don't get
Toy
that.
Story
reference.
1 Part 1. Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you were referring to the
Okay.
new Lightyear movie, and I was like, I haven't
no,
seen
no,
it
no.
yet.
Right.
Sorry.
So no, it's so good. Like villains aside, the good thing about this game is that who's really the good guy or the bad guy. Like they actually have that in one of the chapters. Like who's really the good guy and bad guy here? If your belief system says the other group is a bad group, and then the other group says you're the bad group, who's really the good guy and the bad guy here? So it's a lot of play of who's really good and right. If you believe you're right, then you're right. So it's fun. So while we were talking about characters, I think it's time that we do introduce the characters. Um, are we the baddies? I don't know. So let's start with the introductions of characters. I'm really excited for this one. Of course, who we have on first up on introductions is of course the lovely Ishi. Feel free to let people know who your character is. Um, uh, I give you the
Hi.
floor.
So yeah, my character name is Wait, should I introduce her with her streamer name instead?
Yeah, as much detail as possible. You know,
Or should I talk about? Okay, all right. Her name is there. So her name is Feliz Villaruz. She is a streamer, and this is where like I did the whole thing where like I'm pulling from experience for sure, for sure. She is an engineering student that flunk already her first year, so she's repeating this year. And during one of her streams, she accidentally found her powers.
ooh.
Yay!
Uh, so, what are your main spheres? When
Uh,
yeah, go ahead.
her main sphere is Prime, and she is actually extremely unaware of how developed her Prime is. I'm guessing because of like the whole like three dots thing, and the other one is Life. So should I talk about what like the ability that she did?
Yes. Go ahead. Yeah, this is basically your character awakening story. The epiphany that she got. And
Oh,
how she
okay,
got her
okay.
powers. Yeah. Go ahead.
So, during her stream, uh, she does a bit of crafting. She does woodworking. Sometimes she plays games, but sometimes she does woodwork, and people watch her do it. And during her streams, one of the wooden animal creatures behind her starts moving, and everybody on her chat during her stream were like, "Oh, holy shit! Like, you were able to motorize your creations. That's so cool. You're an engineering student, right? Like, you're now like learning robotics." And she's like, and while that is happening, half of the other half of chat is, "Oh no, ghost!" And of course, Lizzie, who is experiencing this for the first time, also goes, "Holy shit, ghosts!" And that's how she found out who you gonna call. That's how she found out that she has magic powers. Also, one of her best friends in college, who like she went like during that whole thing, she left her house because she was too scared, so she went to like her best friend's like unit. She lives in a condominium. She went to her best friend's unit, and her weeb of a best friend now totally believes that she's a magical girl.
Yeah, I tell you, she gave like
Love it.
document of like the details of like there's everything from NPCs and stuff. I really love it. And also I wanna like get a bit more fun like tidbits about your character. Um, you mentioned that she's of a certain descent. And like, what's her family structure like? If you can give a bit of details for that, what's happening? Why are there so many
Oh,
people following?
sorry. It's cutting off a little bit for me.
Oh no, is
Can
it
you
happening?
repeat that? I'm so sorry.
Oh no, why is there a lot of people following?
Oh,
Ma'am, leave it to us. Okay. It's happening again. Sorry, guys.
oh
Uh,
shoot. You might wanna turn off your alerts for now, and we could just ignore it.
okay, got it, got it. Sorry, guys. Uh,
Yeah. Let's turn off alerts for now. We could deal with this afterwards.
okay. So, going back, you mentioned about you have a very interesting choice of like family structure. Can you give a bit of detail about that? Your relationships with your family and all that.
She is so her parents does not know that. First of all, her parents does not know that she streams, and then second, her parents also does not know that she flunked her first year. So her family structure is a little bit strained, wherein they let her do what she needs to do because like they bought her a unit so that like she could live close to her home, but at the same time there's a little bit of like this distance between them. Meanwhile, she has this grandma in Japan that she's extremely close with, but in an unfortunate turn of events, due to some family dynamic issues, uh, she kind of cut contact with. And at some point, when sadly her grandma passed away, she couldn't fly back into Japan because of something that dad her dad wouldn't let her go. And ever since then, she has resented her father for it.
Yeah. And you mentioned that your father is of at least the general culture is that they're at least your dad's Japanese and your grandma is from Osaka.
Yes, yes. Uh, the grandma is full Japanese, and then her dad is half Japanese, and she is 1/4 Japanese. And it is actually, this is something that she's very insecure about from multiple aspects. One is that she looks very Filipino, and if she didn't color her hair, it would be extreme like there would be barely hint of any like anime or like Japanese culture on her. And during high school, she got bullied for it because she would be in. You know how like when somebody's too into anime during high school, there's a big chance they're going to get bullied. That happened to her. She got bullied to hell, and
Mm.
then aside from that, her grandma also is a little bit of an asshole to her parents. That it's that kind of like it's that kind of dynamic where if the parents are not with them, her grandmother would say terrible things about them. Not like whoa terrible, but it's the kind of terrible that like your mean aunt would say, kind of thing. And that would like just years and years of that, despite having a good relationship with her grandma, instilled some level of insecurity within her where she's like, I don't feel Filipino enough, but at the same time I don't feel Japanese enough either. So she like there's this whole level of disconnect of like I don't know where I belong.
Yeah, it's yeah. I think that's a good exploration as well, especially for the in the Philippines. There's a lot of people from different cultures as ways. We're not like just pure. There's a lot of pure, of course. Like well, even then, there's different regions as well. Like Luzon alone has a lot of different groups, like different cultures. So it's the sense of belongingness. There's a lot of people who, especially, let's say their parents work in the city or move to a certain thing. There's always like this disconnect with community. So it's interesting that you're exploring this as well with the added cultural aspect of the Japanese because there are different cultures here in the Philippines as well. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to see Lizzie in action. Also, fun fact because she's the only one with Prime, she actually glows, right? Like oh, um,
Yeah, because one aspect of my character she is literally glowing.
yeah, she glows and like even with I think you mentioned like somebody mentioned about the neon cat ears.
She has neon cat ears and she has neon lights in her room. So the stream chat just thinks it's like, hey, that's really nice lighting that you have. But then Red suggested that her neon cat ears has broken for like a few like either weeks or years now, and it's just been her who's glowing.
So it's a very interesting concept. And again, thank you for sharing, Ish, for your character. And I look forward to seeing your character and her storyline, how it works in Tagu-Taguan. For you guys, we're actually not playing in my channel, we're actually playing on the Onyx Path. It is the official Twitch for Onyx Path Publishing, the one that made, the one that published Mage Ascension. Uh, well, technically it's White Wolf, but now they currently have the rights to all the World of Darkness, Chronicles of Darkness, so we'll be on their official Twitch. I think, I don't want to put it out there, but I have yet to see another Philippine-based story. Um, Yay! Thank you guys for helping, because I'm part of my brain shut down already. It's like, oh no.
No
But yeah,
worries.
I'm
Yeah, don't worry
trying.
about it. We got it.
No worries. No worries.
So yeah. So, uh, yay! Bless. Thank you guys for that. Okay. So for Ishi, I think I don't know how to transition, but it seems that the technocrats will need to talk to you for a bit. So, um, yeah, Ishi will be off to try to figure out her powers and stuff. Is what I know. Like, because it is 9:55, I know you have to be somewhere at 10. Basically, segue to
Oh yeah, I do.
the
I do have
technocrat,
in a
the men in black. It's gonna get you now. So yeah, thank you Ishi for the time to introduce your character, and thank you for letting people know about you. Again, do check out these lovely people. I wish my stream elements would work right now, but there's a reason why I can't. But please do check them out. Ishi Tanuki on Twitch. They do a lot of fun stuff. If you guys love your daily dose of energetic raccoon, please do check them out. And yeah, I heard technocrats. I'm here. Oh no, the technocrat is here. Seth's coming. He's coming. He's gonna take you. That's-
Let's
yeah.
go.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much again, Ishi.
Thank you so much for
And
having me. I'm sorry I have to go. I can't stay any longer, but I hope we'll have loads and loads of fun in the future. So
Or
yeah,
pain.
see you guys.
Why not?
Or
Whoa.
pain.
Yo,
Well,
Ishi.
pain could be fun, but
It's gonna be fun.
I have
And
to
pain.
go. Bye.
yeah.
Think?
Bye.
No.
No.
E-
Issue no. But yeah, yeah. We just for a dramatic effect. Oh no, we lost the signal. Ah, Issue's gone.
Oh.
Ah. The
Oh, they
technocrats
her.
got
Oh,
her.
no.
They got her. First death. No, I'm just kidding.
She's gotta make a new character.
She gotta make a new character now.
Whoops.
Hold on.
Sorry, she gotta redo everything.
Alright. Uh. Oh, follow again. Okay, wait. Sarah, I got Sarah Bot. Who's follow bot? Okay, we're good. I think Sarah Bot's gonna start doing his thing. I hope. Uh.
Hey yo,
Oh,
let's go,
yay!
Sari.
Hey, Sari,
Finally,
Sari.
where were you?
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Where were you?
Let's go, Sari.
Sari is
Let's go,
here.
Siri. Yes.
Sari's
It's
activating,
working.
yo.
Finally.
Sari woke up from a slumber.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't work
It's like,
on the
okay,
first
okay.
day.
Okay, I'll start working now. It's
Alright, already.
He's doing okay, okay.
We got the pro in the works here. We're good.
Okay, thank you.
That's
But
for
thank you.
sure.
Thank you, Zen and Josh and Vin and Red for helping with the yeah, thank you for stepping in, sir. Just because it's still happening.
Can I just say I find it so funny that I'm legitimately like a programmer the day, but I was like, gotta do it brute force, copy paste, copy paste.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, there's a bot. I could have written one myself, but no, copy paste.
Yeah, and the fact that you just time out the spam, right?
That's what I
So that it
did.
doesn't show up.
It's like,
And you
fuck.
were like brute forcing it. I was like, oh my god, Red.
We must show the bots what we are capable of.
Just watching me and Josh go at it, I'm like, I would just try out the fucking stream elements bar.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
literally
God.
banned one person, and I was like, that's too much effort. And then I went for a 600 second.
Oh my god, wait, sorry. Because everything's happening. There's like certain glitches.
Second time, I was like,
3 hours.
okay,
What
that's long
happened?
enough.
Okay, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. We're back. We're back. Okay. Sorry again.
We're
Sorry
good.
again. So,
Yeah.
I kind of jinxed myself. Like it's not gonna happen, right? It's not gonna happen again, and it did. Nah,
We're good. We're
flashbacks.
good.
We're
Okay.
good.
Sorry,
We're
bot's
good. We're
here.
good.
Sorry, bot's here now.
Yes. Bless Saribot for working this time. Where were you? The first day. But yeah. While that's happening in the background, don't worry. The technocrats are just trying to get to our newly fledged mages. They're not. It's not yet game time, guys. Come on. Oh yeah, next introduction, we got to know Ishii's character, and I think, following the turn order of earlier, let's go with Red's character. Let's introduce your alternate, as you declare. So
Red evil.
yes, the evil
Get
Red.
out.
Let's go.
Evil red. No, no,
You
no.
mean
He thinks he's
blue?
good. But yes, I.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm changing my name. We gotta change everything now, then, It's like I'm fucking changing the document,
Green?
changing roll 20.
What's anti-red? Blue.
Blue. It depends. Which version of Pokemon are you talking about? Because in the Japanese version, the the main name was green, but in the American version it was blue. Anyways, that's just my Pokemon knowledge. I'm gonna be playing Solomon Javier Salazar, a man who heals all wounds and a pretty much multi-millionaire mega church cult leader. He doesn't
Yes.
think he's a cult leader. He just thinks he's helping people. But he is the cult leader of the Paragons of Peace, who he affectionately calls, pardon the cringe, Kumparagons.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. It
Okay.
hurts my brain. But I thought of it. And he graduated in the San Jose seminary in Ateneo, and he went on a mission to um, Mindanao, and he went to Davao, saw the extrajudicial killings there, and did what priests do, and made sure that the bodies were being well well treated after what had happened, helping the families that were affected by it. And as he was cleaning up a body, suddenly a power sprung forth from him, and the boy that died came back to life. And that was his epiphany. That was where he got his powers of healing. Open close parentheses.
Yes.
Healing. Air quotes, not
Legends
healing.
never die.
Yeah.
Legends never die, except when they do. but but he is not actually a healer. Well, should I reveal my sphere? Right.
Yes.
This is the time to do it.
Yes. Yes. Go
He's
ahead.
not actually a life. His main sphere isn't life, actually. Not even his secondary sphere is life. His actual sphere is time, and he has the ability to rewind time on a person. If you've watched Axel World, I stole the ability there.
I've seen this before.
So
Yeah, I pretty much stole Axel World because I love that plotline. So he thinks in his head that he is second coming of Jesus Christ, almost. He's very humble about it, as he rolls around in a Rolls Royce. And he does think that he's healing people, but then he got into conflict with the Catholic Church because he was getting too much power, to the point that he was gathered literally a mega church just for him. And now he's kind of on the run from the church because, well, can't have it. Honestly, if Jesus were to come back right now, the church might be like, nah, we're happy here. That's just my
Too soon.
too soon. Say the truth. I mean,
yeah.
Pope Francis is pretty good. Can't say the same about a lot of other priests, but
Yeah.
you know. And
Yes.
the inspiration from him came from me because I was going to be a priest back in high school. If you asked my high school friends, they would tell you stories about how I went to the chapel every morning and evening, led every rosary, sang in every chapel, competed in a Bible quiz bee on the national level,
That was
and
a thing.
yeah, that's entirely true. And like I was a very holy kid in high school, and that sort of changed because I'm a streamer now. The things
Oh
aren't
no.
mutually exclusive.
The Twitch
The
streamers
church
have taken
The
don't
you
want.
Twitch.
away.
If you go to the stream, you will be taken by the devil. I feel like
Don't
that's gonna be a new
don't clip,
slogan.
don't clip this. Don't clip this Twitch. Don't. But
Not
yeah,
like this.
I took the inspiration from what I was supposed to be, but then I became a game developer instead because it's more fun.
Awesome, awesome. I do appreciate that. The openness to explore, the religious side um,
Yeah.
because the Philippines is a very religious country. It's predominant, like they say it's predominantly Catholic, and then me from Mindanao stares at like the Muslim side is like, am I a joke to you? So, but it's very religious, and it's nice to see like aspects, especially like with people. The majority of the cast is based in like there's a Filipino background to it, so it's nice to see somebody actually pull off a cult leader. You're actually one of the first few people under my table who's actually done that. So yay, scared but great.
I think legit a friend from either high school or college did tell me that if I used my charisma for evil, I could become a cult leader, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna run with that in a safe space, not in
Yeah.
real life. I ain't gonna pull off a Klaus from Umbrella Academy. I'm not gonna do that. Not in real life.
Klaus though,
I
best
could,
boy.
but I won't. No.
Yeah. So yeah, Klaus though, favorite boy. Then number 5 close second. Yeah.
Oh, same exact choices. Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, do check out Umbrella Academy as well. It's really great. You can check out the comics as well. It's really good. Anyways, sorry. Hey, somebody who likes Umbrella Academy. But yeah, that's Red's character. And again, thank you for how will Javier survive making so many enemies, both the church and otherwise. We shall see. Again,
Uh-huh.
I highly suggest you guys go to the Onyx Path on March 7 and 14. We're gonna start at 10 p.m. Philippine time. That is 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Wait, do have the time. So 7 and 14, 10 p.m. Philippine time, but it's 9 a.m. EST. Just what do you call this? It's the way their channel set up is that it's better to catch it live. If you wanna check out the VODs, you're gonna have to sub, and it's better to just catch us live if ever. But if you want to sub to their channel, that's also good support as well because they create these awesome games. So yeah. Okay, so uh, that is Red's character, and now we're going to Ben's character. Let's,
Ooh.
let's go. Um,
Um,
so yeah. Uh,
what are we starting with for my character?
Name, character concept, general family background, and stuff like that. Then we'll
Uh,
and spheres.
all right. So my character, his name is Shavi. There is no last name that we are aware of. In fact, a lot of my character, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of information that's up in the air, and that's because one of the main inspirations for him is that he is allegedly a schizophrenic, right? However, in reality, things there's a lot more going on than what clinical therapists may be seeing. More so in let's say supernatural ways, magical ways, who knows? But yeah. So before I go too far into the magic side of things, my character is a third culture kid. It is very, very, how do you say this? Replicated? Not replicated. I guess it's very close to home. It is still kind of based on myself, like most of my characters. In fact, guys, if you guys don't know this, even though I'm a forever GM, when I do play a player, it's usually the same story over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Nothing changes. There's maybe like a sprinkle of salt here, and that's pretty much it. But it's
If
the
it ain't
same
broke.
character.
If it ain't
Exactly
broke,
right.
don't fix it.
The only difference this time, however, is that Because we're playing in a local region, I decided to go for a more uh, close to home vibe because I have the chance to. And one of the big FOMO vibes I get from being a forever GM is that I don't exactly feel the player because I like how did Mars how do you say it? Emotional knife.
Yeah,
I tend
emotional.
to yeah, so
If,
I tend to bring that out quite often in a lot of my games, but I've never been on the receiving side. So I
ooh.
definitely wanted to create a character since we're playing in a local region. I definitely wanted to play a character that it will be very easy for me to pull out the emotional side and turn it off if I when I want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
In terms of the emotional side, this is the aspect of him being a third culture kid, correct?
yeah,
He's at least from what you know, he's kind of like part Korean, um,
yes.
and uh, he was abroad and then on request went home. Um, can you explain at least just a little tidbit of what the family dynamics like for your character?
Oh yeah, so single mother vibes, that's for sure. Non-present father. Um,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I remember. You know, this is perfect. This is very in character. Cannot remember if the father's alive or dead. Who knows?
Yeah. No one
But there
knows.
isn't a close relationship. That is for sure. And that also extends further onto I guess you would call it extended family members. There's
Yeah.
a very big disconnect, especially with the third culture kind of background, where I grew up around the world, never got to really connect with family, never got to connect with culture.
Yeah.
Um, so it's gonna be a lot of fun
Yeah.
playing something so close to home.
Yeah. It's interesting because you're also like there's a lot of firsts at least in this batch of characters that I've played, which is so awesome. It's like whenever I play mage, it's always a different set of people, different set of stories, which is awesome. It's like awesome in itself. Um, the thing in the Philippines that just for people who might not be in the Philippines, uh, overseas Filipino workers is very much a thing. You know, the parents go abroad, they work. At some point, like when they migrate, like they would have kids abroad. So there's always like this disconnect, especially if they grew up in a different country and then they go back to their home country. It's like, is this really my home country? Because I grew up there. So it's interesting to see a perspective of because there are a lot of third culture kid stories that has yet to be told. So I'm really thankful then for putting your character on the chopping block for this. Um, yeah. When I oh, by the way, the emotional knifing. I don't kill characters. I prefer to go for the emotional gut punch in a sense. And I'm the slow burn type of DM. Like you'll feel all the happy moments, all the build up, all your friends, family, and stuff like that. And that's where it drives home. I love knowing about the details because it's basically ammunition for me. Everything they give me is a way for me to use to feel
Yep.
something in the story. So thank you guys for giving me your knives for me to stab you with. But yeah. Um,
Woohoo!
woo! But yeah. You also your spheres, by the way. Well, you mentioned. Did you mention your main sphere?
Yeah, so the spheres I went with are very connected with my character in the sense of being a schizophrenic, quote unquote, and it is attached to correspondence, mind, and matter, and the kind of like palette you could say that creates is someone who's very unaware of where he really is, of what is real and what isn't. And with Mars's help, obviously, um, I am ready, more than ready, to kind of dive into the kind of psyche of someone that is not
Yeah, that's not all
all
there.
that there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting because the mage also plays on the concept of reality. What is real? What is things? So it's really nice to play a character that is like at least going through their own perception of reality and grasping it. So again, thank you,
Mm.
Vin. Thank you for your character concept. Again, if you guys want to see uh, Sa- Savvy. My mouth's failing.
It's okay. Any form of
Shabby. Shabby.
Shabby, yeah. Yeah, Shabby, yeah.
Shabby. Shabby. My
Sha-
or
Abby
like
and Javier.
or go full Chabacano and like Chabby. Like full Filipino
That'd be
accent.
really
Let's
fun.
go. No, when I channel your relatives, they're gonna call you Chabby. But
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
but yeah, if you guys want to
Kasi
check
chubby eh.
Chubby eh, ano ba yan?
Kasi chubby siya eh, diba? Di ba so chubby?
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Sorry.
It's all good.
It's too
Uh,
real.
But yeah, if you guys want to catch, of course, these lovely characters in action, you can check out again Onyx Path. They're going Sylvie and they're gonna play their characters. So do check it out on the days of 7 and 14. Again, last but not least, we got one more character to introduce. Is are you ready, Josh, to let people know?
Yes, yes.
All right.
So I'll be playing Sarah Vix, but Sarah Vix was not always Sarah Vix before discovering who she truly was. Sometimes his name was Sinclair Fuentes, a very average, normal looking, the kind of person that, kind of cute, but just in passing, never catches anyone's attention his entire life. His family relationship, he was the only child of a Filipino mom and a Filipino dad. The stereotypical Filipino parents. The dad never speaks for some reason. His getting acknowledgement from him is just getting the good job. All right, like that's it. And every time I just like show up with my results and I do well, to pass to do well. I think Sinclair was always a chronic, what would the right word be? A chronic procrastinator, where I'll do the minimum to succeed,
Yeah.
right, and just get past life. And then his mom was very like chismosa. What's that in like English? Likes to gossip
Yeah.
a lot,
Yeah, gossiper.
right? Yeah, that's the mom in the most stereotypical way, always smiling even when she's talking shit about someone else, right? And yeah, Sin was always just keeping to himself. And there's some story that I haven't told Denma yet, so
Yeah.
I'll need to put this into a document.
No, go
I
ahead.
think the turning point for when he realized that he would start loving to do drag was when he met a hairdresser who used to do his hair, and then he introduced himself as one name, but he said, "But that night, my name is Rochelle," and like that was an eternal memory that was in his mind, and that's when he realized that secretly he craved attention. And his entire life, for some reason, he was just super lucky, right? With a minimum amount of effort, if something bad were to happen, he would not be in a good situation, right? But even with the minimum effort, for some reason, always passes. When he crosses the road without looking, suddenly all the cars just seem to stop for some reason, or someone else crashes in the road before, so that he's lucky. And he after he graduated, he rents out his own apartment, and then that's how he does drag, and his entire family does not know, except the only person who knows about both personalities, right? So at home, it's just Sinclair. In the drag community, it's always Sarah. Sinclair does not exist then. The only person who knows is his secret sugar daddy politician
Oh.
son figure that we will introduce in the game, maybe, or
Yeah.
might talk about it more when the game starts. And that's how, like, how they met was also just luck, right? Where he was dancing one day, and then uh, the guy was like, I like you. And Sarah was like, okay, I keep. Basically, that's the entire conversation of how it began. And that's how Sarah like funds basically like 80% of her life. And yeah, by day, accountant, queen by night.
Exactly. Yes, queen. So yeah. Again. This is a very interesting. Like all of these are very unique characters to me. Like everyone here is like a new one. And did I hear that right? Sugar daddy. Yeah. Um, Cervix got a sugar daddy to help fund
Plural. Denny's.
Daddies.
daddies.
Yeah.
Daddies.
That is. So yeah, it's a very interesting concept as well because like you know the Asian parent hit too close to home like oh sh so a lot of people can relate to that one and it's interesting that you're exploring the concepts of like especially um you know there's a thing I've read where of the Philippines kind of acknowledges their LGBT community, but it's like they're always
Yeah.
stereotyped to like a certain thing, and sadly, up till now, people are still fighting for their rights here in the Philippines. So it's an interesting way to uh, explore like a character who has to lead a double life, essentially, and has a lot
Yeah.
of secrets for that one. Curious, because we know we got like a lot of people like passively mention their inspirations, like with Red, it was his alternate self, and like what could have been. With Vin, it's always like this, a character that's kind of close to home, and the character that he would play in most of his games, like this
Yep.
archetype. What inspired you to make Cervix?
So part of it is, of course, like there's always a little bit of yourself in there where I've been a chronic procrastinator my whole life, right? Just breezing through life a lot. That's where that part comes from. Thankfully, my parents are not like that, but I've seen a lot of Filipino parents who are like that. So it's not hard to pull from parents I've met. And I think in particular, the drag side of it is that I've always found the community very interesting. And uh, I've done makeup before, like and my girlfriend loves to do makeup, and she put makeup on me before, and she was like, "You would look so good in drag," and I was like, "It would be so fun, but I need to learn how to dance first. I got the singing down, but I need to learn how to dance." So that's
Okay.
kind of like Red here, where I'm living a fantasy that I haven't lived yet. Maybe one day, Red, you might become a cult leader one day too, but
And I'll
I think my
promote your
dreams are a
drag
little bit
show.
easier.
Exactly.
I think so. It's
Uh,
just one thing that I'm like, yeah, I think that would totally be super fun to do one day.
exactly. But yeah. One more thing. Were you able to mention your spheres? What's your primary sphere?
Oh yeah. So the spheres kind of guided how the breezing through life kind of storyline that we were exploring for Sarah. So the first biggest sphere is entropy, where everything just seems to fall into place. Right, we're always just getting everything that she needs when she needs it. The next two are mind and time, because Sarah thinks that she's controlling things when actually she's just super lucky,
Yeah. It's
right?
all.
But those two spheres give that illusion of choice, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Which cheeks? Oh, yeah. Thais actually mentioned like, could he pay to get Josh killed? I'm like, no, I don't need. You don't need to pay. It could happen for free. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah. For the characters here, it's really interesting to see like people from different walks of life and doing their own hustle. And again, just a reminder for people that you want to focus on the characters. Like, yes, there's the backdrop of the Philippine elections. There's the conflicts and divisions, but it's just a way to set up the scene because there is a lot of clashing beliefs and how people handle it. Some of them burn bridges, some of them get very radical and stuff like that, and the game explores that. So, but try to focus on the stories as much as possible. And like the characters going through it, because generally, despite all the political things happening in the background, there is uh there the characters are still at the forefront of it. It's still their story. Speaking of one your awakening scene, I think you weren't able to mention it.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Yeah. So, Sarah's awakening scene. So while she's been lucky her entire life, the awakening scene was when one of the fellow drag queens who was a bit more inclined towards drugs was being helped by a mentor drag queen, and then they were like leaving, and it was like I just imagine it to be like a Batman-esque kind of scenario. It was a dark alleyway, and
Yeah.
then like the cops shot them, even the innocent like senior, like relatively innocent senior um drag queen, just because she was helping the one who needed help. And Sarah was, close enough to witness, but far enough to not get affected, right, by the people who were doing the shooting. So that was that was the awakening moment.
Yeah. So yeah, there will be. The reason why I set up the initial conversation is, we are going to be touching a bit on EGKs, extrajudicial killings, because it did start around the time of 2016. We're definitely going to be very sensitive about it. Of course, the element of it is, without spoiling too much to players, there is a group responsible for it. But given the timeline and stuff, and the element of drugs involved, remember to be sensitive. There's still uh, families that lost members to that. So that's why I wanted to set that up. Like, it's part serious. We're definitely like not afraid to use real life situations for it. But yeah, again, thank you for creating lovely cervix for these characters. Just but don't say the name. Yeah, we don't speaketh the name. We don't speaketh. He's a he's best boy though. But yeah, again, if you guys wanna check out these characters, Ishi's character, Lizzie, Red's character, Javier, Vin's character, Shabby. Sorry, I always call Shabby, and Josh's character, Cervix. Please do check out Tagu-Taguan in March 7 and 14. It's just two shot. A two shot for those 2 days, 10 p.m. onwards for Philippine time and Singapore time, and then for EST, it's gonna be 9 a.m. Vicious flattery. Ooh, somebody availed vicious flattery, Tice. I would say from the times I've seen you in chat, at least observed in Josh's chat and everyone else's chat, I can say that you're a very passionate individual, and that you do tend to, shall we say, you do get really passionate, and you don't hesitate to tell your feelings to your friends, and you're very engaging. So I think a lot of people do enjoy you in chat, because you feel like the life, at least the party of the chat. You like to steer things up. So yeah, passionate. There's my flattery. Take your damage. I will be rolling a d4 real quick. Take 4 flattery damage, Mr. Tice. Or yeah, so do take it. But yeah, again, thank you for the peeps joining. I know it's a weird time, especially I got hit by bots the second time around, Christ. But thank you for the people that stuck around, listened to the stories, and seeing the brainchild of these lovely individuals here. Do give them a follow. I would use Stream Elements at this point if I could. Can I add him as a mod back? Because I unmodded him. I'm so sorry, Stream Elements.
I
Oh,
think stream elements were just timed out.
Yeah, I just timed them out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
He'll be back in 2 hours.
no,
I didn't. know how long we're gonna go for, so I added a lot of time.
That's the safest option, really.
Yeah.
Stream Elements is banned in this channel.
Bots are still following you.
Oh yeah. Alright, because of the alerts. That's cool. Yeah, no one can use the tagucast. But yeah, do follow these. Their names are on there. I can't plug them at the moment because of the bots. But yes. Yeah. Yeah, really sorry for that. Just a close up for everybody else. I just finished the season finale for Landas, the main campaign, and I really, it's nice to see like the first few episodes of that campaign come to life again for a bigger audience and with this group of people going through like a similar scenario, probably slightly different. Um, Landas, by the way, the term means pathway, path. So there's a lot of ways the story can go. Even I can't predict it. A lot of things that happen in my campaign is always changing. Sure, there's NPC, sure, there's the elements there, but again, the characters make the story. If you guys are interested in seeing how their story unfolds, how they get to survive being in a world where there's a lot of division, there's a lot of tribalism, a lot of people just out to protect themselves and all that. How they come together despite the various beliefs and different motivations. Yeah, check out Vid. Yeah, yeah. Please do check out all these lovely people. It's Vid, Friday Nights Paradise, Redonkulous, and Ishi. They're all awesome streamers. So thank you again for the people that checked out the Meet the Players despite the hiccup. And any it's so weird. Any last words from the play? Any last words?
I can't wait to be a maid.
It's the end.
Don't hurt me too much.
No, don't worry. I'll only
I
hurt
have
you
this
if you
hat
want
for a
to.
reason.
Oh my
I'm
god,
gonna be
that
wearing
is...
this for the day itself.
Oh my god, a wizard's hat!
Yeah.
Yes!
I got it from. I got. If you recognize it, it's from Eldar from Enchanted Kingdom.
Oh yeah!
I
Oh
literally
my...
hit up their shopping and was like, "You got a hat? Thank you."
That sounded ominous then. But yeah, for me, I'll only stab only if you wanted to. Like, I'll be like, are you sure? Do you want it here? Do you want it here? You sure? Okay. Slowly easing it. You sure? Oh, the bot works. Yay! Oh, the bot worked. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Zen, let's
Thank you.
go.
Thank
Let's
you.
go.
Thank you, Zen. Zen, best mod. I love him so much. He is
Zen!
Thank you. But yeah, I'm afraid of raiding because of this whatever situation that we're gonna politely close the stream. Thank you guys for joining an hour and a half of just letting me. And again, I want to thank again the people that are involved with this. I wouldn't be able to do this with Onyx Path without you guys. Like I would if I didn't have players we're gonna run it with. So I'm glad it's with this group of people that I'm running this story with. And again, thank you to Onyx Path for the opportunity to share my story, to share my two-shot in your Twitch stream. Check out the actual play for that. Thank you, Vid. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Red. And also thank you, Ishi, in spirit. Wherever you may be, hopefully the technocrats haven't dissolved you yet to non-existence. But yeah. Go out with a bang. Close the stream violently. Let's go. How does one violently close the stream? But yeah. Again,
Just take a bat to the PC. Just like
Keep smashing
My-
it until the stream ends, right?
Yeah, it's a violent one. 50,000 pesos down the drain.
Christ. But yeah. Again, thank you to everybody, and I'm gonna definitely keep talking about the tagu-taguan in my different channels. And for those who are available, hopefully the bot issue gets resolved by Sunday and Monday. Monday is Chaos Chat Day. Chaos Chat Day is basically me attempting to run a Monster of the Week game as requested by the chat for the chat. I don't know how that's gonna work. I'm gonna use one more multiverse for that. Hopefully, I really hope the bot issue gets resolved by that. And of course,
Fight bots with bots.
yeah, they suddenly roll all the dice like and manipulate the system. But yeah. And of course, I'll be running Dungeons and Daddies for these community. If you have yet to try Dungeons and Dragons and you have no idea what to do, you can hop in on D's server. We'll be playing at 9 p.m. PHT, 6 a 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 a.m. Mountain Time. But either way, it's tomorrow. We'll be playing Dungeons and Daddies. Yes, everybody's a dad venturer. If you want to start your journey as a dad venturer, head on over to the Dad Discord. These Discord. So we do a monthly game there to introduce people to Dungeons and Dragons. But yeah, that's about it. You guys have anything to plug? I'll give you that time to plug things, shows, things to check out.
I can go first. Tomorrow I have my main campaign, the Tenacious Brigade. If you want to check us out, we streamed the D&D 5th edition, and it will be our 45th session, I believe. We're fucking insane. I never thought we would get this far, but yeah, that'll be a 45th session. It's a long running, just from the number of sessions itself, D&D 5e campaigns. The players are at level 11, and I think right now they're in some downtime after defeating an ancient evil that was corrupting the Neverwinter Wood Forest. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Yes, I do recommend the Red stream's really fun. I've also checked. What was the other one? The one that had the fifth episode. What was that other
Hot
campaign?
Freaks.
Yeah, the Hot Freaks.
Freaks with the VTuber group. Ishi's part of those groups, to be honest. I am Ishi's forever DM. To be honest, I am Ishi's forever DM. And not complaining. Don't watch this VOD, Ishi. And
Yeah.
identify your magic items, Ishi. But Hot Freaks is also another of my long-running D&D campaigns with a bunch of amazing streamers like Ishi Tanuki, Visen, Kira Kira Cat, Bananiel, and Oswald VT, as well as our guest for this this like arc, House of Cthulhu, Keeper from House of Cthulhu. So yeah, usually we have our games like monthly, but it's difficult to schedule a game between streamers from 3 different continents.
Time zones, am I right?
Oh my god. Why can't we just be on a single plane of existence? Why can't flat earthers be right?
Just once. Yeah. But yeah, definitely
Time
good.
zones.
Time zones, I swear, it's pain, it's a menace. It's hard enough to, like, the thing that kills games the most are schedules. Not the monsters, schedules.
It's a monster in its own.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
Scheduling is like CR60. Twice of a harassment. Not gonna lie.
True, true. But yes, do check out all the awesome D&D games run by Red. I do enjoy his voices. I've also enjoyed a few of his video games. I hope Graham makes an appearance. Graham.
Oh, yeah. The Conclave is gonna be playing more Prop Night in the future once the new monsters drop. Because there's for Prop Night, we just fucking love that game so much.
Yeah, and if Graham can just be like a BBEG in just one of the D&D games, like, hello, I'm Graham, welcome to the camp, and everybody just has to hide from this Graham.
I'm gonna poke my friend about that. Honestly, he's also a dungeon master. He's actually my main dungeon master at the moment, and I'm sure he can work that storyline into my games. I'm a poker. I'm a poke him for that. Thank you.
Like, Cannibal Shia Bluth can't hold a candle on Graham. I'm just saying.
Not at all. Jesus.
But yeah, that's Red. What about Vin and Josh? Got any things going on and schedules, things to watch out for?
Oh man, February has been a weird month. There's a lot of schedule changes on my channel, but usually on Saturdays, midnight Saturday, which is like Sunday morning, or 12 p.m. EST or 11 a.m. EST. I don't remember anymore because of daylight savings. I run Team Name Pending, which is a group with people from through 4 different continents. So that it's like annoying as heck. That's why it's at 12 midnight my time, where I run the Penelopean Islands, a Filipino, Singaporean, Southeast Asian in general kind of inspired setting. Uh, it's not running tomorrow because of scheduling. And bringing back to scheduling is CR60 because it somehow revives itself after your session ends. So
Yeah,
it just keeps coming back.
exactly.
Um, also, please go search the Messenger project on Coffee. You can support the project there. We are currently brainstorming and kind of working on, uh, let's say, supplemental additions to the Hope Alpha that is out already. And yeah, there'll be lots of cool stuff coming out. I'm sad to say it's only at the brainstorming page, but we're super excited to show people just what you can do with the system.
Yeah, and
Let's go.
let's
Yeah.
go. And
Fueled by
also
hope.
fuel by hope, fuel by hope. But also I think you mentioned that you have a new like day for checking out homebrews or like your start day. I forgot if it was Tuesday.
Oh yeah, you're right. So I don't stream on Mondays anymore. I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. If there's no game on Sunday, then I'll be figuring out something to do on Sundays. Generally speaking, it's at 8 p.m. Between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Singapore time or GMT plus +08, which is also Philippine time, if ever. And we do homebrew. Sometimes we play games. I like killing zombies. Apparently, I am actually a survival streamer because I've been playing Icarus and Void Train and Minecraft and all the survival games. So I guess D&D is a side thing now, apparently, and Project Zomboid and all that. So
Yeah.
yep.
So, yeah, do check out Fried Dice Paradise. It's one of like after Vin, I found I found Josh and then D. So like he's the second person I followed, I think, officially on Twitch when I was starting out. So yeah, do check out Josh and all his awesome channels. He does do a really good review of homebrews and Team Game Pending. Let's go. Yeah. Last but not the least, Vin, what you got going on in your life?
On the tabletop RPG side of things, like you guys heard from Josh, we are on Coffee. If you search up the Messenger project, we have the Fueled by Hope early access ready. It's currently up there for $5. It also gets you access to all the juicy devlogs and content that you like to see, hopefully. We're slowly building up the settings that will be coming up in the future, as well as some supplements, as you heard. Because the alpha, it's good. It's good. It's good, but we're making it better. And apart from that, away from tabletop RPGs, I am hosting an Apex tournament at the beginning of April.
Nice.
So it's coming up soon. It's entering production next week, I'd say. Apart from that, you can catch me every Monday, for sure. This is like usually for sure. Every Monday, streaming either tabletop RPG related endeavors such as the Messenger Project setting, or playing Apex. Those are only two things I do nowadays, because life is busy.
Yes,
But yeah.
life. Yeah, thank you, all you lovely people, for your time and letting people know about your characters and letting people get to know you a bit. Sorry for for the age thing. Almost. Or let people know some are young. Well,
I mean, it's
everybody's young.
okay,
It's fine.
after you've lived 634 years, what's another year
Yeah.
older? It's not that
Mhm.
much different.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Exactly.
I mean, it's not even accurate on my end. I'm not even like 11 months yet, so it's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
These are dentures.
Yeah. You know, but doesn't look like it. Yeah. Thank you again, guys.
Adventures.
Oh god, I cannot unsee that in my head. Gosh, and just like the baby smiling.
Oh my
Oh,
god, baby with teeth, that's scary. Oh my god.
uh,
Nightmare fuel.
teething. Yeah, who needed to sleep? Am I right? But yeah, thank you again.
Not dungeon masters like us.
Who sleeps? What sleep? What do you mean? But yeah, thank you again, guys, for the people that watched. It's a lot of views and all that. Thank you, Saribot, for doing the Lord's work. Hopefully the bot issue gets resolved. But again, thank you for
We
checking
do it,
out.
Sari.
We believe, sorry. But yeah, thank you again for checking out Tagu-Taguan, Landas Mage the Ascension PH story. Thank you for the time to get to know these lovely people behind the scenes. This is Dan Mother. I hope you've enjoyed your stay in the campfire, and I hope you enjoy all the stories that will be coming out in this channel and everybody's stories as we go through the actual play. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next stream. Bye.
Bye.